Hey, how's it going? I am the Sanguiem, and welcome back to Subnautica Below Zero. So, yeah, last time we went ahead and built a couple of things here, got a little bit more storage, and we went out to find a better way to maintain power. So we ended up with a nuclear reactor, which I wasn't really expecting. I was thinking more along the lines of a like a interior grow bed. I'm still surprised that we don't have, yeah, we don't have, like, those wall, like, those, like, planter things, like, the big panels. We used to be able to use those in the original Subnautica, but they wouldn't let me scan them. Anyway, so, ever since showing up there, and Alan just decided to tell us that it was a little bit sabotaged, I thought, you know what? Maybe we should catch up a little bit on what story stuff we've seen thus far. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, slap one of these, slap one of these down. I'm going to get myself the commander chair, the executive stuff. And we're going to put it right there. And we're going to go ahead and read some logs, some data bank entries. Now, if you're not a big fan of this and or you've already know the story thus far, go ahead and skip ahead to this timestamp right here. Alright, so, let's get started. Alright, so we already have the... So these are the personal logs. We've already looked at the scanning at last. So let's hear about the sea monkeys.
The sea monkeys have changed their tune. Not only have they stopped stealing, they brought me something I actually needed. I may have to revise my opinion of them.
Something I actually needed. So that means that it's very likely that if you have a pinned recipe, the sea monkeys might try to get stuff for you. And I think Alan has something to do with that. Minerals.
I was a little nervous about dropping into an unknown area, but luckily, this biome seems to have an abundance of minerals I can use for tools and upgrades. I didn't want another situation like Bizanto's 5. When Xenoworks dropped me off, there were barely any resources. I survived off the land for 3 months with just a knife, my lucky PDA, and some rope. I am still kind of proud of that, though.
I wonder where I got that. Is this... This might be for the mining facility, maybe. I can't remember when we got that. Got some Marguerite logs, Altera personnel, Altera. Alright, man, I don't know really where to start. I should have been reading these the whole time. From now on, I'm going to be reading these logs as soon as I pick them up. I've been so focused on base building. So let's start with news. Let's figure out what actually is being talked about. Altera misplaces 1 kilometer capital ship Aurora. The Independent. Galactic News Intergalactic Perspective. Contact has been lost with the Aurora some 18 months into its journey to install a phase gate in the Aridine Arm. Report inside sources. Altera launched the Aurora to much fanfare almost 2 years ago and recently announced the ship had arrived in the destination solar system. The Aurora has reportedly now missed more than 1 routine check-in. As for comment, a spokesperson for Altera said communication with ships outside the phase gate network can take weeks or months in ordinary circumstances, and this is commonly interrupted. The Altera was in good shape and ahead of schedule the last time they checked in. We have no reason to think anything has changed. Nonetheless, our sources emphasize that Altera cannot yet explain the loss of contact, and given the exponential value of the ship and its mission, they are taking every possible measure to re-establish contact. Shareholders will be watching closely. Keen readers will remember, however, that Altera's network of directors have a history of leaking scare stories like this to the press, only for the transcript to rebound with positive news again to double the against the odds. Directors, shareholders, and dealings are, of course, not public information. Was the unexplained ion signature linked to Aurora's disappearance? An unusual ion signature on the edge of Altera space has scientists baffled. Some have drawn a connection with a similar echo detected around the time of the Aurora's reported crash landing. How the two might be connected is an open question, and many in the scientific community maintain they are unrelated and explained by natural phenomena, or even Altera secretly testing new technologies. Fuel has been added to the fire by Altera's refusal to release its full data on the Aurora accident, and recent indications from sources that they will be revising up their list of expected casualties without revealing where this information is coming from. It has now been months since the Sunbeam went quiet with no new information. The salvage team continues their long journey to 4546B. Okay. Got some memos. Let's learn about what Marguerite's been up to.
There I was, 500 meters below sea level. Chunks of the sea base sank around me. One hand gripped the monster's scales. The other was clamped around the shard of metal I'd lodged into her eye socket. A Reaper. Wounded, maybe, but still deadly. I'd already taken out one eye. I damn near carved out the other. We were headed for the void at the crater's edge. Blinded, she was spiraling deeper. I had a choice. Hold on, or let go. I clung for dear life as she took us deeper. I had 1 minute of air in the tank. Back then, I could go another 3 with what I had in my lungs. So I had 4 minutes to kill the Reaper, minus a few to get back to the surface. It ain't that I like killing folk. It's just sometimes what you need is on the inside of someone else's ribcage. I killed that beautiful, terrifying creature, and I made for the surface. When I caught my breath, I realized we'd come further than I thought. I was surrounded by watery void, just me and ocean. Nothing else.
Oh, wow. That's where the ghost leviathans are. Let's have a look at the other next log.
That far out to sea, swimming back for land wasn't an option. I'd die from exhaustion long before I made it to shore. All I could do was survive long enough to wash up somewhere. I felt a suction, and suddenly, there were vast jaws rising out of the water towards me. It had taken hours for the Reaper's corpse to float to the surface. Using the knife, I clambered up her flank and got a perch on top. I figured she'd float for a few days at least, enough for me to catch my breath. But would she sink before or after I died of thirst? I had a knife, a repair tool, and 3 liters of water. At least I wasn't gonna die of exhaustion. Now, those Reapers, they're practically all muscle, but there's some fat in there. I was able to keep warm and drink the water. And I didn't have much, but I had that repair tool, so I had a spark. It took a week to light that first fire. And I know more about the burning properties of Reaper fat than I ever cared to. I had to ration fires, but as they burned, I could smoke meat that I carved out of the beast's ribcage.
Whoa. There's gotta be a number 3 to that. So this is how Marguerite's time out in the void. Interesting. Then Marguerite's prawn suit. I mean, it's got a shelleret, like, it's got like a shelleret mandible on it. Yeah, just some customization stuff. The owner doesn't want you messing around. Yeah. Alright. So that's that. Let's look at some personnel, I guess. Lexus Riddell. That's the woman whose desk I scanned up at the island. So she's the executive. Transgov Affairs. Independent investigator. Emmanuel Desjardins. Human Resources Communication. Fred Lanch. Fred! Oh! Fred! He was the guy from the trailer! IT, courier, and maintenance generalist. Personality. They all have, except her, personalities. Jeremiah Mergel. That is the creepiest smile I have ever seen. Technician for the tower, communications tower. Oh my lord, that smile. Let's get off of that. More Sam messages. Let's have a listen, I guess.
Robin, guess what? I got the job. I'm going to 4546B. Now I'll be able to improve the mechanical avian amphibian under real-world stress conditions. Listen, I know your stance on Alterra, but I just hope you're happy your sis is happy. I sure hope my sis is happy.
Oh.
I can't wait till we talk again. Oh, I wanted to ask you something. Can you watch my Augie while I'm away? I need someone I can trust to look after my best little potato. Potato, listen. I tried, but that name is just not sticking. He's my little oxtrabite. I'll leave the starchy tubers nicknames to you. Anyway, if you say yes, thanks, baby sis. Love you.
Alright, so what I got from that is Robin already didn't like Alterra before the Sam stuff happened.
4546B to Robin. Come in, Robin. Remember when we used to play old-timey Space Explorer? This is kind of like that, but it's even harder to communicate. Well, let's see. I got your last message. Alterra is not, as you put it, alterrorizing me. Things are going well. My project has a new name. Say goodbye to the mechanical avian amphibian, and hello to spy penguins. We're training the bots to mimic the creatures. Check out the photo. And I think I'm kind of seeing someone.
Oh?
I know it's not like me to just find a date, let alone on a mostly uninhabited water planet, but actually, you know what? Forget I said anything. Yeah, it's probably not even a real thing, but anyway, I'm sorry to hear XenoWorks might be strapped in the revenue department. Sounds like they still have you busy Xeno working, though. I know there's no way to guarantee an alien intelligence startup will succeed, but you've put so much into it. I hope they find a way to keep going. I know how much it means to you, getting to work at a small place where you have control over your research. All right, I gotta go. Later, baby sis. Love you.
Okay. So, what I gathered from that, yeah, so Robin is into alien intelligence.
Hey, Robin. I got your Augie photo. Thanks so much for taking care of him, even though he's a cranky potato. Hey, the nickname actually fits that way. A cranky potato. I know he can be a handful, but I really appreciate it. I'm a bit worried about my other baby, the mission. One of my penguins found something big. But Alterra is just like nothing to see here. Honestly, kind of glad you can't answer, so you can't, rub it in my face. Go ahead, bask in the fact that you were a little bit right about them.
Oh.
My project is on the line. My job, my safety.
Your safety.
I heard about XenoWorks getting bought. I'm sorry. But at least you still have your job. Guess you're one of us now. Like it or not, welcome to the Alterra family. I should probably go before I say something I regret. Love you. Keep your chin up. Eye on the alien prize.
So Xenoworks got bought out by Altera. Interesting.
Hey, Robin. I'm sorry my last message was so awful. I've been under a lot of stress. I'm not sure what's going on with anything. I can't really talk about it either. Oh, and I'm definitely not dating anyone on this water planet. Don't know what I was thinking there. Have I told you how cold it is here? Get this. I can't even get my wash and go dry before the wind freezes the moisturizer in my hair. Wild, right? Well, anyway, I'm sure you're mad at me after what I said, but I could really use a friend. You're my sister. I love you.
I mean,
I'm sorry.
honestly, I didn't see anything very offensive about this previous message, so I don't know.
Hey, Robin. I really need someone to know. I'm afraid something terrible is gonna happen.
Uh-oh.
You were completely right about Altera, okay? You were right. I was wrong. The cat should be called Potato. I admit it. Sorry. Bad attempt at a joke. I don't know what to do. I guess I should just come out and say it at this point. I've said this much already. We found a frozen leviathan that's infected with Kara. Altera thinks they can use it for something. Weapons, experimental treatments, a whole range of things. But one end of the range is ugly, dangerous, but profitable, of course. What if it gets out while we're messing around with it? Or worse, what if it ends up a bioweapon in the wrong hands? I hope I'm overreacting, but I don't think I am. Anyway, message me back, please. Could really use a friend. You're my sister. I love you.
So the frozen leviathan, huh? I have seen it before. It's quite massive. Alright. Let's look at some Altera stuff. Few updates. From Emmanuel.
Good morning, Frostpack. Just a quick update to inform you of some key achievements and priority shifts we need you all to get behind. The Spy Pangling project was a resounding success. Please join me in congratulating Samantha Ayou, who is now reassigned to Outpost Zero, helping us dream of future initiatives. Congratulations are also in order for Danielle Valenti and her team at Omega Lab. The closing of Phi Robotics means important funds can be redirected to their Kara bacteria study, which has important positive implications for the life sciences. You're all doing an exceptional job, and I don't want to promise anything, but HQ has been taking notice. Keep up the good work, and I think we can start discussing bonuses soon.
So the Omega Lab was... So, if I'm reading this right, Omega Lab was responsible for Kara bacteria study. Danielle Valenti and her team. So Danielle is, yeah, I mean, we did scan her bed there. Alien intruder, alien cheater.
For the last time, I'm not cheating.
Then what's your theory? What's going on?
If you ask me, Zeta's been blinking a lot. I think it's a tell.
He does have a point there.
It's allergies.
Allergies? Oh, is something in bloom in this frozen sector?
Thermal lilies. And if you gang up on me, I swear you're all fired.
You're not even my boss.
Oh, you're all so gullible. You're fighting each other. Meanwhile, look at Parvin. Just look at him.
What am I doing? I'm not doing anything.
Let's just take this to a vote. All those who think Zeta's allergies are a bad case of alienitis, say intruder.
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 Imposter.
Oh, I'm just an observer here.
I'm going to use my pass.
Is there some kind of scientist conspiracy going on here? Zeta, Sam, Danielle, you three are suddenly very aligned.
Or, like I said, Parvin is cheating.
I'm starting to wish I was cheating.
hell does that mean? Did he get correct? Did he catch the Corybacterium and no one believes him? Part together.
David, you'll be happy to know the Frost Pack is making excellent progress. I must say, my management style appears to be uniquely well suited to isolated planets. I miss you, of course, but I wonder if you feel it too. As great as we are together, we're almost better apart. Just look at how well Prosperina did in her last show. I'm sorry I couldn't be there to see it, but I'm sure if I'd been around, I'd only have made her nervous. Once this mission is over, I'll come home for a few good months. And then, what do you think if we look at reorganizing our expectations to facilitate longer-term separation success? I really think this could be a great model for us going forward, romantically and otherwise. Don't forget, I love you from the depths of my heart. Keep on succeeding in your projects. You know there's nothing I find more attractive.
I swear, like, some of these people talk as if they are some kind of AI, because there was another, like, love, like, discussion that happened in the first game, and it's just, like there was this lady trying to break up with her girlfriend, and instead hanging out with these people in, like, a prawn suit department. And just the whole conversation that happened there was just, it felt weird. Like, as if the one breaking up was like some kind of AI or something. Control room, rapid depressurization. Weld team and electrical. We're getting close. I know the control room will change the process of base building. It contains all the information you need in a singular place. Energy delegations for low sunlight areas, build, layout, structural information, etc. We're leaps and bounds away from version 1, which literally just rolled to the bottom of the ocean, even on flat ground. Rapid implosion is supposed to be painless. I hope that's true. Definitely a better way to go than electrical fire in version 5.7. Poor way to go. Super unfortunate radio call over here. Jasmine was the latest worker that volunteered to test the control room. For hazard pay, of course. She was on radio examining some information panels when she experienced rapid depressurization due to a hull breach. Apparently the panels are welded poorly and blew a hole in the wall. So, no hazard pay for her, or anyone else for that matter. At least she didn't suffer. This next build should have all the kinks ironed out. Wow, control room sounds kind of dangerous. I'm glad it is the entrance to my base. Delivery status report.
Ah, jeez. These sea monkeys are gonna get me in trouble. This is the third shipment that those buggers have gotten their weird little hands into. Now we're running low on flares, and I'm gonna have to search nearby nests for stolen cargo. They're lucky they're kind of cute. Raccoons of the sea, those ones.
I like Fred. Now what do we have here? Disciplinary meeting, personnel favors.
Fred, great to see you. Come on in. You don't mind if I record this, do you?
Am I in trouble?
No. You know me. Just a fanatic for details. And my memory's not what it used to be.
I know what that's like.
Yes. Is that why you've been running so many personal errands for your colleagues? We asked you to limit them.
So I am in trouble.
That's not how I want you to look at it. Here's what I see. You're a team player. You want to get the job done.
I think I have a pretty good record there.
You want people to like you.
Has anyone complained?
Fred, the trouble is, not everyone is as reliable as you are. Sometimes people need help being where they need to be and concentrating on their work.
All the trips were work-related.
It appears you transported tech for Lil, rather far out from her base.
Well, it needed to go deep, and she needed a sea truck.
Her work is currently on surface installations. She shouldn't be anywhere near the water. No more favors to friends, agreed?
Yes, sir.
I keep telling you. Call me Manu.
Huh. Emmanuel is definitely a little unnerving. Special request. Emmanuel gave me this jailbroken scanner tool. thing and said, "I need more shower heads. This should lead you to the necessary materials." What? He also told me to keep it on the down low. I guess this is what a master's certificate is in applied geology gets you these days. Job is glorified construction worker. I should have studied interstellar law like Dad said. I have to hand it to Emmanuel, though. I don't know what he did to the scanner, but it does a great job at zeroing in on specific minerals. It's better than hoping I stumble across the right outcroppings. I assume this is the mineral detector, like the mineral scanner thing. On fishing.
Tower maintenance log. Okay, this time the birds have really done it.
Oh yeah, we listened to this on the island. The birds, corrosive shit, all that. Investigation report, Omega Laboratory. I think we might have just picked this up.
Investigation notes. Omega Lab was first breached by heavy impact, perhaps from a sea truck modified with some sort of battering implement. A localized explosive charge was then released and detonated from a distance. Lab equipment was damaged to the point of inoperability, and all live specimens were destroyed. No personnel was injured.
Interesting.
Samples have been collected for analysis to determine whether any bacteria escaped. It is, however, unlikely. The heat of the charge should have boiled everything within a 10-meter radius.
Very interesting. A sea truck modified with battery implement. Now, we just read that, who was it? Some people, contrary word. For Lil. This Lil person needed a sea truck, but she doesn't work anywhere in the water. Why would she need a sea truck? Well, there's a chance that she did this. Made the battering ram. Mining site delivery.
Oh, hey, Parvin. Can I get you to sign off here?
What is all this?
I don't know. Some kind of measuring equipment? Lil said she'd send someone over to set it up later.
Ah, alien science nonsense.
I wouldn't say that. You should ask her to show you some of her findings. Pretty interesting stuff. There might really be someone down there.
You ask me, the scientists have too much control over here.
What?
I'm serious. Look around you. This mining facility extracts every mineral your scientists use to make their equipment. Their bases, their scanners, even your little sea trucks.
I wouldn't call them little.
Do you know the name of a single person who works down here?
Well, I know you, Parvin.
Ah, tell Lillian she's wasting her time. There's nothing down here but workers, and we already know we don't spark her curiosity.
Okay. So they seem very unaware of the alien sanctuary where Alan was. Recorded conversation. Samantha and Fred. Alright.
I'm telling you, Sammy, you see some weird things when you spend half your day in a sea truck.
More vandalism? Was it the sea monkeys again?
I don't think so. I can't shake the feeling this planet is cursed.
There's no such thing as a curse.
Yeah, you're probably right. That's nothing. You wouldn't want to hear about it anyway. Just a huge creature frozen in ice.
What? Where?
In a cave, not far from your lab. And here's the extra weird part. As soon as I called it in, they closed off the area. Don't want anyone going in there.
But why?
Sammy, I'm no biologist, but I think there was something wrong with it. Its skin just seemed off. Alien.
An alien on planet 4546b. No.
I'm serious, Sam. Something ain't right. Wish I could show you, but I can't get back in there.
You can't. But I might know how to.
Whatever you're thinking, we never had this conversation.
Ha. Alright, let's have a listen to this. Report. Enzyme mutation study. The enzyme?
We've studied the first Corral bacteria samples from the specimen. Results are promising. We were able to stimulate rapid multiplication of cells in a controlled environment, resulting in the creation of several different mutations with potentially useful applications. Think of the possibilities. Life-saving treatments, genetic research. It could be a window to understand the evolution of life on this planet. The findings could move us forward by years. We recommend a wider study, using samples collected from a greater variety of sites around the original pustules. We trust you will provide the necessary security to do so. The Leviathan site must be protected.
Which Leviathan site? Probably the frozen one. Interesting. Very interesting. I am missing the first sea truck log, so I think I'm going to skip it for now. The Avian Curse.
Communications tower maintenance log. Another day, another slight by the winged furies. As usual, I got an interference alert. As usual, I went out to see what the problem was. As usual, it was frozen stalagmites of feathered bird excrement. I fear the career impact of saying this officially, if you can even call what I have a career. But I could swear they're targeting me personally. The week I was out with the flu, I came back to find the tower spotless. Parvin laughed at me when I asked him how he cleaned it. Silly me. As if Parvin would ever clean anything. There's nothing left for me to do but quit. But I know that's what the birds want me to do. Oh, and I got the tower up and running. Maintenance complete.
I like it. Cut out all the stuff about thinking of birds after you, and all you gotta say is, yeah, maintenance log, maintenance complete. Big old bird. Vin's art.
Danny's not here, I'm afraid.
Oh, you're new.
Well, that's okay. It's you I wanted to see. What's that you're working on?
Just a sketch for a piece I want to make. I'm slacking off. Don't tell the boss lady.
I won't. It's beautiful. What is it?
I'm doing a series inspired by bacteria. Mutant beauty. Life, death, risk. You know, that kind of thing.
What's this one? It looks like Parab, but Vin, is this a mutation?
It's just an art project.
You know you're doing that thing with your neck, like when you're trying to bluff an alien intruder.
Right, fine. Fine. I'm bad at lying.
Are you mutating Corabacterium from the frozen Leviathan here in this lab?
Please don't ask me any more questions.
I don't think I need to.
Uh-oh. I'm guessing Vin was in the Omega lab, and that's how Sam learned about what they were doing there. I'm guessing Sam and Lil organized that. So that Omega lab didn't just have Corabacterium. Of course, it had like all the samples and stuff, but they were mutating it. It could, for all we know, they could be making a version of the Karar that's even worse than what it is. I mean, how many casualties that thing caused? Like 146 billion or something? Like, it was a massive number. Man. Wish you were here. This is the postcard. What on? What? That's a hell of a city. What? Hey, Tiger. I miss you a lot, and I can't wait for both our assignments to be over. Deltar 6 has been an amazing opportunity. I never tire of watching the sunrise and sunset over the black sands of the Chirazane Desert. It's beautiful. Loving you across the stars. Whoa! Forget 4546B. I want to go there. Go there. Build the best sandcastle. Okay, so is there anything else that I need to look at? I probably don't need to look at the life form stuff. Survival. On the surface, on arrival. I probably don't need to know about that. Alright, I think we did. I think we get caught up. So, wow, that took nearly half an hour. But we are now caught up on the story, and I promise I'm going to try to read the PDAs I pick up now. I should have been doing that from the beginning, but I always kept going, I'll look at it later, I'll look at it later. And then later never came, till now.
Seek fluid intake immediately.
Oh yeah, I have kind of been just sitting around. water leaving me.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Alright, so, now that that's out of the way, what are we gonna do next?
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Let's see. What do we do next? Since we did a lot of reading for this episode, I say we do something pretty spectacular. So, we do have some... we do have a nuclear reactor we could put together. But I think we're gonna wait and do that when I have a proper room for it. And a proper need for it. It's not like we're constantly using up power, you know? So we're gonna hold off on that for now. And I think we're just gonna casually and, what's the word? I can't remember. Like, we're just gonna kind of pick up titanium and quartz over time without actively looking for it. Like, we'll just come across it, you know? So... oh, and what do we have here? That's a lovely spot for it. So, there is an interesting volcanic crater that a couple episodes back I stumbled into. Now, I have never, and I mean never, seen this volcanic crater before. Ever. Not in the last version of the game, like, not at all. I am unbelievably curious what's in that hole. And I can't think of a better time to go down there. Especially now that we have our new depth module, we can definitely go in it. So, let's give it a look-see. And if we're lucky, because it's relatively close to the base, so if we're lucky, there might be some, might be able to throw some thermal reactors down in it, you know what I mean? So let's head on over. I think it's to the northeast. So let's get going. Alright, I think there it is. I think it's just over this edge. Now, if I remember, there was a Shellert that attempted to attack me while I was here. So we ought to be on the lookout. Look at the little tiny kelp bits. And look at all the titanium. There's copper, quartz. There's the Shellert. Which means I think it's past the Shellert. We're not gonna get through without getting at least damaged a little. So let's just go for it. And there it is. We're gonna get got. Brace. Yep, pretty much. Alright, let's go. There's the hole. Let's go in. Low hunger, low water. What could possibly go wrong? Oh, wait, this is where there's an artifact. I didn't even realize.
This artifact could provide useful information. Processing. I can visualize a location where we may find an important component from your body. The image is hazy, but I am sure it is correct. A stark surface landscape, dangerously cold. Curved spires stretch to the sky.
Ice worms. Oh, there's diamond down there. So I assume this is some kind of thermal reactor. A ground sampler. This alien artifact appears to be a programmable robot that collects and analyzes samples of soil and rock. Closely analogous to human-built lasers and spectroanalysis equipment. It is not worth going down there. Especially when there's plenty of ruby and diamond all around. So is that all this was? I guess that's all that was down here. Lots of diamond, ruby, lithium, and an alien artifact. I expected a lot more from that, but that's fine. What's up?
How do humans cope with the loss of memories?
Like forgetting someone's birthday? I don't know. It just happens.
When you die, some quantity of knowledge is lost forever to the next generation. Isn't that?
I'm warning you. If you call humanity inefficient one more time, I will swim us both into the mouth of a Leviathan.
Is that sarcasm? I am still having trouble differentiating.
How inefficient?
Efficiency aside, does the loss of knowledge not create complications?
Well, on a personal level, losing someone can be traumatic. But it's harder to process the idea of generational knowledge. Humans aren't networked, so we can't even be aware of what we're losing moment by moment. We try to learn from history. Maybe it's not ideal, but it's what we have.
What happens when you no longer have the memories of others to combine with your own?
You make your own memories and interpretations. You have to experience life as an autonomous being. Discover yourself.
That idea is foreign to me.
Seek fluid intake immediately.
Interesting. Well, yeah, I did it. And you know, you didn't even have to say we were inefficient. I swam into the mouth of a Leviathan anyway. Alright, since that was kind of a bust, I mean, we did get 2 ion cubes out of it, but overall, it was a bit of a bust. So here's what we're going to do instead. We're going to craft... Can we even craft it? I want to craft a laser cutter. Something I should have crafted a long time ago. Crystalline salt. Oh, of course! I can definitely make that. I'm pretty sure I could probably do that. In fact, I can make it up here. Somewhere around here I have, yeah, sulfur. Let's throw that in there. Somewhere is the rubies. There we go. Lithium. We have the diamond, crystalline sulfur. As for battery...
Emergency. Starvation imminent.
I just scanned the
Seek calorie
featherfish.
intake immediately.
Up here should be some bladderfish. But yeah, I want to go into that wreck and use the laser cutter. There are some boxes and like a panel that I can open up. Oh, there's a bladderfish. Is that another bladderfish? It's another bladderfish. Like some water.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Very good, very good.
Vital signs stabilizing.
So now, let's get rid of the scanner. We'll use that 80% battery for the laser cutter, and we just need some titanium, which we have plenty of. Propulsion cannon. That's something else we gotta look into at some point. Alright, we have laser cutter. Let's go in and get some stuff. There's actually even a bigger shipwreck. We can probably go in there too. We probably have time for that. Reactor rod. What else do we have? I'll pick that up. Oh, this takes me back. This brings back memories. I should definitely play normal Subnautica after this. Scan. Parallel processing. 1 of 3. Interesting. That must be what's in the other shipwreck. Alright, new objective then. That's our new objective. Let's do that. Let's go do that. That sounds fun. Let's go explore the other shipwreck and get the other parallel processing units. That's for the radio tower, right? Plus, we might find some neat stuff in the shipwreck for the base. I think the next episode after this is going to be spent just gathering a ton of materials. Or maybe even making the prawn suit so that we can get the materials over the hill. Up! There it is. It was right here the whole time. I was about to pass it. Let's head around back. At one time passing by, I noticed that the back of this thing was open. Is this... Wait, is this the back right here? This looks like the back right here. Maybe I meant the front? This metal salvage around it. K7. Oh, the front's definitely broken open. I think I can definitely get in. Is that a... I don't think that's an opening. Here's an opening, right here. Alright, just to make it easier, I'm gonna turn around. Actually, I should turn off the lights. I've learned my lesson. Turn off the lights. Alright, let's go! And immediately we need to cut open a door. When I come back from the site, the crash site, I need to fix the sea truck. Who knows what'll happen to it? Oh, there's oxygen plants in here and spinefish. Hey, don't. Hey, I can't follow you in there.
New creature discovered.
I'll grab this one. Ooh, power cell. Okay. I'll take a power cell. Copper wire. I'll take copper wire. I need lots of copper wire. Parallel processing unit. There it is. Is there one on this side? Nope. This is a door I can... no, it's not. A PDA.
I can only do repairs in spurts. It's so inefficient. The larger tools seem to set off seismic activity nearby.
A crew came back telling stories of gigantic worms burrowing in the ice. I don't know what they were going on about. They were hypothermic and frostbitten because they walked back to avoid angering them. The ice shelf is probably a bit unstable and they got disoriented or something. To borrow from Diana, Orion's belt thermocouplings are not meant to be worked on in 20-minute spurts. If we break the process, we'll break the ship. But it's nice to hang out with Yasmin while we wait for the rumbles to stop. I hope she doesn't mind all my questions.
Oh, I'm getting cold.
I love hearing her voice. Her face lights up, and she's got the most expressive eyebrows. They're practically acrobats. The way she looks when talking about nuclear engineering is the same way I look at my grandmother's domades. The woman never sits down, though. She told me that she used to do decathlon in college, and I can believe it. She's like a bouncy ball, just all over the place. She makes rounds on the ship every day to see if people need help. I should do something nice for her. She's always helping everyone else. I wish I had a fraction of her energy.
Don't we all? Oh, do battery. That's perfect. Alright, we're gonna have to head back. Or not. There's an oxygen plant right here. What is the oxygen plant, anyway? Is it like a... like a coral? Alright, let's open this door. In. Oh, what is this thing? Oh! Fancy seeing this on the other side of a door that you need a laser cutter to get through. Metal salvage. How much space do I have? I got plenty. Well,
warning. 30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
Oh, this is probably why. Oh, yeah. Uh-huh. Let's go around to the sea truck. Can I? Thank you. Can I? Thank you.
Oxygen.
Just got stuck on architecture. Get that spiny goodness. Alright, real quick. Let's swap that for a better battery. Can I? No, I can't. Let's fix the sea truck a little. That Scheller did a number on the sea truck. I didn't really see a lot of other hallways. I hope there are other places to go. It's a pretty big ship. Oh, there's an opening in this side. Oh, another battery. Okay. Cargo. More copper wire. I'll take that. More batteries. Okay. Oh, what's this? Sealed. Alright, let's open that. That might be the final parallel processing unit. And then we'll just explore the rest of the ship. So I don't know. It's cool that we have this stuff, but we're not really here for it. We're here to get some of that
Now
good
I just
stuff.
need to build the test override module, and I can disable that satellite tower.
Oh, I'll take the water. Alright, I was just here. Window's not open. Is there nothing else around here? Cut to open. Sure. What do we have here? Nuclear rod. I think that's all there is. We'll have to go back and turn some of this titanium into... what is that? Oh, a titanium ingot. Okay, sure. I'll put that to the side for the prawn suit. Let's make a bunch of titanium to throw into the lockers. Alright, look at all this titanium. All of the titanium lockers are full. I guess we'll throw them in this quartz locker for now. Titanium. So that in there. Those 4 in there. Let's go back in. There were some more metal salvage lying around. Like here. Or wire. I could have sworn there was more to this place. Wasn't there like a cafeteria? Or am I misremembering? Okay, you know, I think that's everything. If there's more to it, then, I mean, all well. But hey, we got a pretty good haul of titanium. Like, oh my god.
See fluid intake.
Let's go ahead and break it all down. So much titanium. Unbelievable amounts of titanium. Wow. Alright. I like what we got going here. Let's head back to base. Assess the situation. Alright. I picked up a couple things on the way back.
Vital signs stabilizing.
Okay. We have lots of quartz, so we can build more lockers.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Might as well top it all off. Repair tool. Now we have some extra batteries. Alright, let's place some lockers. I'm probably gonna cut ahead. This is nice. Yeah, this is what I call the locker room. I'm thinking these 2 middle ones, titanium. These are gonna be filled with titanium. All 4 of these little lockers here. I'm thinking quartz can go here. We have lots of copper wire we picked up from the shipwreck, So we can start putting up a few signs. We can't really put up a sign on the lockers in the middle of the room, though, unfortunately. But that's fine. Let's head in and do that. So let's put... Come on now. Oh. Oh, that's weird. That's... That sign looks a little wonky. Is that the same... Oddly enough, that sign's fine. It's a weird bug. Alright, fine then. I guess I'll put the sign here. And I'll call the sign, let's see. Materials. I'll put all the copper wire, wiring kit, silicone rubber, power cells, all that stuff, the flares. So the titanium ingot. Alright, I'll have to do some more organizing off camera, I guess. But this is an excellent start on the storage system. Yeah, and I like having no door here. It's just the wall. It makes it feel more open. And then over here we'll have a alien containment unit in the floor, an aquarium, if you will. And have this to be like the main lounge area. I like it. I like this. This is turning out really good. I think we're gonna wrap up now. And you know what? Let's do one last thing. Let's search for some magnetite. There's magnetite right down there. Right down there. Let's actually go do that. So we can upgrade. We'll go ahead and upgrade the scanner room real quick. I'm sure we'll have enough copper to do it a little bit, right? Oh, but we gotta go down here. Remember how a couple propulsion arm. Remember how a couple episodes ago I was looking all over the place for a magnetite, thinking, oh, where? There's kyanite here? There's kyanite here. There's magnetite everywhere, and there's kyanite down here. What the fuck? Oh. Ribbon plants? Man, why? There's so many good things down here. Jade membrane. There's kyanite down here. That just... Oh, I can't even wrap my head around that. I mean... It should make sense. I mean, look at all the gems. Big old crystals in the ground. Makes perfect sense, don't it? But, right next to my base. Wow. Uranium, too. Yeah, this really is a good spot for,
30 seconds of oxygen remaining.
For a late-game base. Explosion.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
That was probably more interesting than anything else we've done this episode, in my opinion. Let's go ahead and stop that. Yeah, I mean, kyanite is on there. I don't know what I was expecting. But then again, so was the Shadow Leviathan at some point. I'm pretty sure the Shadow Leviathan was on this list. Galena outcrops are nearby. Copper ore. Limestone chunk. Let's go ahead and do that as well. Okay. I just went and got the copper. Stop that. Let's go ahead and make 4 of these. As the speed don't really matter all that much, because it's gonna do it eventually. How's that?
Seek fluid intake immediately.
Is it gonna expand? Ooh, it expanded alright. Whoa! Oh, is this the... This is the volcanic crater. Whoa. I'm guessing this is the anemone area by the lily pad biome. And down here... Oh, there's another way down there from here. We have so many... Alright, we can look for the Shellerit, the data boxes, glow whale, Shadow Leviathan. No, just curious. Where is the Shadow Leviathan? Just around the corner. Look at that. Oh yeah. We're gonna be able to find a lot of nice stuff this way. So it's around here. So if we kept going any further, we'd run into it. It did get close enough at one point where we could find it without the upgrades. This is not... What's this up here? Might be a glacier. Okay, that's enough of that. As much as I'd love to keep going, I can't. I am out of time. So... Thank you very much for watching. If you like what you saw, consider subscribing. And remember, the Wasteland is watching. See ya.